scheme been ensured on 10th of every month without fail. In a major boost to poverty alleviation, monthly assistance under Arnodoi has been increased from rupees 830 to rupees 1,000 per family. Thus, a total amount of rupees 1,005 crore is being disbursed against 19.32 lakh beneficiaries every month. Assam is one of the very few states in the country which provide the DBT to the beneficiaries in timely and reliable basis. In order to mitigate the difficulties of landless persons, the government has decided to allot land to the eligible persons by way of Miyadi Patta instead of existing system of giving annual Patta. The government also notified modification of land policy 2019 for settlement of land to indigenous landless cultivators on realization of premium at rate of rupees 500 per biga. State government has sanctioned rupees 400 crores grant in aid for various schemes under Chief Minister's Samagra Gram Unnayan Yojana to accelerate rural development. For example, setting up the godowns to store paddy, dryer units, fisheries, etc. Honorable members, for good governance, we are in the process of removing bottlenecks in the system and carrying out administrative reforms. To fast-track consultative decision-making, cabinet meetings are being held on weekly basis, while guardian ministers and guardian secretaries have been appointed for all districts who extensively tour their assigned districts and handhold the district administration. As highlighted, welfare of Bodoland department has been created. It will be the nodal department for formulation and implementation of policies and programs for welfare and all-round development of people inhabiting the Bodoland territorial region. In order to expedite infrastructure projects, deputy commissioners have been empowered to allot government land to state government departments and central government ministries departments for such projects in rural areas without any reference to the government. I am happy to inform that Memorandum of Understanding has been signed among Survey of India, Government of India and Assam for implementation of survey of villages and mapping with improved technology of village area in the state. While preliminary work for establishment of continuous operation reference system network has already been started by Survey of India, introduction of online services for non-GST taxes like agriculture income tax, professional tax, tax on specified lands, electricity duty, etc., has made such a business process simple and hassle-free for taxpayers and will eliminate physical interface. Further, in a massive exercise across the state, a consolidated database of all government land in possession of various state government departments, PSUs, and autonomous bodies in various locations has been compiled for the first time in order to enable proper planning of future government projects and schemes as well as protection of government land in holistic manner. Equipping administration to tackle natural disaster quickly, full financial powers delegated to deputy commissioners to immediately sanction relief material as well as undertake immediate restoration works under the State Disaster Response Fund. For streamlining the pension procedure and reduce the hardships faced by the pensioners, the State Cabinet approved Kritagyata portal to be the front end of processing all pension cases and for matters related to pay fixation. Honorable members, implementation of Jal Jeevan Mission expedited with the structural changes in the scheme designed by delegating enhanced power to the district administration to utilize funds up to rupees 10 crores with the approval of their guardian ministers. Functional household tap connection. On the day government took over the charge was 7,14,881 numbers, and after 9 months it is 21,09,018. such coverage when, school coverage when government took change was 8,357. Number of this after 9 months has increased to 27,869 numbers. Similarly, Anganwadi coverage when government took charge was 2,051 numbers, which after 9 months has increased to 13,226. The work has started to provide piped drinking water connection to each and every household in tea gardens. In the current years, Assam has provided 14,49,480 connections and is the fifth highest connection provided in the current year to date. Absolute numbers: out of 4.2 lakh households, 782 gardens who did not have piped water connection under JMM, 1.4 lakh functional household tape connections have already been provided, and the balance 2.9 lakhs household will be provided the connection in coming financial year. Honorable Member, the target of Kharif market season 2021-22 has been set at 10 lakh metric ton to be procured by FCI, Assam Food and Civil Supplies Corporation Limited, Assam State Agriculture Marketing Board, in 179 paddy procurement center during first crop of and 170 numbers on PPC during second crop. It is indeed a matter of satisfaction that the government of Assam has for the first time attempted to draw a roadmap for making the state self-sufficient as per national food security system. The government is now all set to switch over to the decentralized procurement of incoming years. To achieve this objective, an amount of 160 crores have been sanctioned to AFC SCL as working capital in the first instant. More funds will be made available to the organization to scale up procurement operation in the state. Farmers are being paid MSP timely to encourage them to sell their paddy in the nearest PPC only. This endeavor has been proven successful, which is evident from the response of the farmers in the media. Farmers have been registered for the first time on the basis of land records. So far, 71,057 farmers have successfully registered in the state portal. As on 10th March 2022, 12,248 farmers have sold 86,285 metric ton of paddy and have benefited with MSP amounting to rupees 163 crores. AFCSL is now emerging as the lead procuring agency, and it shall operate a decentralized procurement mode in future to spread the benefit of minimum support price all over the state. In order to make procurement system more streamlined and being about transparency, Government of Assam has developed an online paddy procurement system incorporating all the parameters as laid down by the Government of India, and it has been used by all procuring agencies in the current KMS. Honorable Member, to fulfill one of the key poll promises, the government has set in motion the process to provide 1 lakh jobs to our youth. Some of such measures include setting up of recruitment commissions for Class 3 and Class 4 posts, common recruitment for Group A and B posts through combined competitive examination through APSC, constitution of the Assam Engineering Services Recruitment Board, and use of notarized affidavits in lieu of police verification reports from selected candidates to government jobs, etc. The recruitment process of more than 27,000 Class 3 and Class 4 posts by the recruitment commissions will start soon. Besides this, a few administrative departments on their own have already started the process of advertisement, selection and recruitment in Class 3 and Class 4 posts through specially constituted boards such as Assam Medical and Health Recruitment Board of Health and Family Welfare Department, reputed Agency of Environment and Forest Department, State TET Empowered Committee of Education Department, and State Level Police Recruitment Board of Home Department. Recruitment of more than 37,000 jobs are being done by these recruitment boards. And during the last 5 years, the trend of expenditure has been continuously increasing. This has been largely due to prudent fiscal management, meticulous planning of expenditure, including large-scale procurement reform in the state.
Governor,
This increase in expenditure in turn has helped pushing up the economy by investing money in capital expenditure. Overall expenditure of the state significantly improved from 41,960 crore
অখিল গগৈ ডাঙৰীয়াক এক্সপেল কৰা হৈ গল আপুনি হাউসৰ পৰা ওলাই যাওক
99,419 crore
আপোনাক এক্সপেল কৰা হৈ গল
during 2019-20. The capital expenditure too has been continuously increasing. While 2015-16 it was 4,919 crores only. However, in 2020-21 it rose to 14,635 crores. This is expected to enhance substantially in 2021-22. Externally aided projects. Honorable members, externally aided projects are one of the important resources of the government. We have been using this resource to build our infrastructure, build capacities and enhance the social security net. Presently, through external assistance projects worth close to 16,843 crores are under various stages of execution in sectors like finance, transport, public service, delivery, road and bridge infrastructure, agriculture, environmental and forest, water supply and sewerage, power skill development, etc. Similarly, projects worth close to rupees 37,578 crores in sectors such as road network, upgradation and development, power, fisheries, health, water resources, etc. are under pipeline. The most noteworthy of which are Assam Bridge Project 2 connecting Palashbari and Sarthabari across river Brahmaputra worth over 3,094 crore. Assam Stage Bridge Infrastructure Project worth rupees 4,360 crores, strengthening health system and excellence of medical education in Assam worth over 3,875 crores. Further projects over 10,000 crores are in the concept stage, which are proposed to be posed to the Government of India in the upcoming financial year. Most of the projects are capital investments for infrastructure development, which will create more jobs and catalyze long-term economic growth of the state. Similarly, in order to effectively address the concerns of the floods and erosion, the Government of Assam has leveraged investments from World Bank and Asian Development Bank towards an integrated river basin planning approach by judicially integrating structural and non-structural components. The Assam Integrated River Basin Management Program, funded by World Bank, will be implemented in selected tributaries of the Brahmaputra with a project cost to the tune of $625 million. State government is engaging with the World Bank, have agreed to work on medium-term state partnership and multifarious projects ranging from road and bridge infrastructure projects for improvement of secondary health infrastructure and water resources managing using scientific data and modern technologies. Honorable members, Assam Power Distribution Company is the sole DISCOM in Assam which caters to the more than 66 lakhs consumers. In the month of May 2021, 831 crore were pending for payment towards central power generation companies. NTP issued notices for curtailment in power supply which could have resulted into massive load shedding across the state. At that time, around 600 crores were diverted from schematic allocations to meet the power purchase cost and other establishment liabilities. The new government took over on 10th May 2021 and introduced several reform measures to turn around the DISCOM. The state government converted rupees 4,290 crores of the state government loan and grant given to Assam Power Distribution Company Limited in past years to equity. Further, state government has written off 346 crores of unpaid interest. It has increased the creditworthiness of the balance sheet of APDCL. Similar exercises have been carried out for Assam Power Generation Company Limited and Assam Energy Grid Corporation Limited. Assam is the only state till now which has got approval from Ministry of Power for revamping the existing infrastructure to bring down AT&M losses to 15% by financial year 2024-25 under revamped distribution sector scheme. The project outlay approved for Assam is 8,727 crores. To ensure reliable power and voltage improvement, the Government of Assam has approved AIIB funded project. Total outlay for this project is rupees 3,284 crores for APDCL to construct 200 new substation and other infrastructure. To facilitate the rural consumer, APDCL has introduced the digital wallet system, namely Easy Pay, which has shown significant improvement in energy dues collection in rural areas and has also generated employment. APDCL has been able to collect 4,964 crore against demand of 4,720 crores during the period from June 21 to February 22, which is 105% in terms of collection efficiency. Regular payment is being made by all government consumers since June 21. Till January 22, Government of Assam has paid 174 crores against 9 centralized departments. Also for other government departments, the government has released almost all pending energy dues. To streamline the process of payment of electricity bills of government departments, a global head has been created. APDCL has been able to collect arrears of 586 crore in the period from June 20 to February 22. At the beginning of June 21, arrear outstanding was 2,120 crores. At the end of February 20, arrear outstanding has come down to 1,534 crores. APDCL has recorded 8% enhancement in terms of energy billing efficiency during last 3 quarters of this financial year over corresponding period of last year. I am happy to inform you that all the utility companies of the power sector are expected to make healthy profit in this financial year. Now, the focus area of the government is power generation through renewable energy in days to come. Honorable members, Assam has been facing border disputes with the neighboring states of Nagaland, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh and Mizoram since their creation. Now my government has taken a bold and positive step for settling the border disputes conclusively. A path-breaking initiative has been taken with the Meghalaya to resolve the vexed boundary issues in respect of 6 areas of the difference out of 12 such areas by setting up regional committees headed by ministers on both sides to engage with the local people and community organizations using Panchasutras of administrative convenience, contiguity, authenticity, people's opinion, and historical perspective as yardsticks. Based on the recommendations of these committees on MOU, an MOU between the two states has been formed up and Government of India is seized with the necessary groundwork to make this unique initiative reach fruition. Honorable members, sustained efforts have been made in improving the healthcare infrastructure and services. The efforts have started yielding results now, as is seen in the recently published report of National Family Health Survey. Under 5, mortality rate of the state was 56.5 per thousand live birth as per NFHS4, which was very high compared to 49.7 of the national average. But NFHS 5 showed the improvement made by the state. As per the NFHS 5, under 5 mortality of the state is 339.1 compared to 41.9 of the national average. That means child mortality rate of the state is below the national average, which happened for the first time. Similarly, infant mortality rate of the state was 47.6 per thousand live birth as per NFHS 4, which was very high compared to 40.7% of the national average. But as per NFHS 5, infant mortality rate of state has come down to 31.9 compared to 35.2 of the national average. That means infant mortality rate of the state is also below the national average. Similar huge improvement is also witnessed in neonatal mortality rate, that is infant death 0 to 28 days. NMR of the state has come down from 32.8 in NFHS 4 to 22.5 in NFHS 5. Now NMR of the state is also below national average of 24.9. To improve tertiary care in health sector and improve infrastructure, Government of Assam is taking up a project with the support from Japanese International Cooperation Agency and Government of India. The total project cost is rupees 3,800 crores approximately, and the major components are construction and development of a super specialty wing in 6 medical colleges, that is Silchar, Tejpur, Jorhat, Barpeta, Diffu and Lakhimpur. Infrastructure development in 6 district hospitals, Silchar, Udalguri, Hojai, Hailakandi, Darang and Dima Hasao, and capacity building. The doctor to population ratio in Assam is low. To address this shortage, government has been taking steps to establish more medical colleges in the state. As part of this endeavor, the Lakhimpur Medical College started functioning from this year, and many other colleges are at different stages of construction. My government intends to complete the construction of medical colleges at Dhubri, Nagaon or Kokrajhar. Focusing on socio-economic upliftment of the state, daily wages of tea garden workers has been hiked from 167 to 205 in Brahmaputra Valley and from 145 to 183 in the Brak Valley, with retrospective effect from 22nd February 2021. The state government has also added to provide at least 100 days of employment to willing tea garden laborers during the non-tea working period under Manrega to provide them alternative employment during lean period. Government of Assam has sanctioned construction of 1,000 AWCs as model AWCs at rupees 25 lakh per center. A 60-bed old age home at Sonpur was inaugurated on 20th August 21 along with the national helpline number 14567 for senior citizens launched. The state government has approved a financial incentive under Inter-Caste Marriage Scheme 2021-22. In response to Chief Minister's appeal, 9,620 ineligible beneficiaries holding ration cards covering 37,246 family members have surrendered their NFSA ration cards, making way for new eligible needy people. A new Directorate of Social Justice and Employment has been created by bifurcating the Directorate of Social Welfare to attend exclusively to persons with disability, senior citizens, transgenders during abuse issues. Honorable members, the government is striving to improve connectivity substantially. Major roads, artillery roads and bridges are being built. For example, to expand road infrastructure, work on 8.25 km long Majuli Jorhat Bridge over Brahmaputra River has been commenced on 29th November 2021. Approval has been given for construction of a road cum embankment from Jonai to Majuli along the river Brahmaputra at a cost of rupees 183 crores. This will strengthen the embankment and improve communication. Furthermore, alignment and preliminary design for proposed 3-kilometer bridge from Swalkuchi to Palashbari over the Brahmaputra at estimated cost of 3,094 crores have also been finalized. Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana is being implemented successfully. Having completed more than 28,000 kilometers road work, the department is going to complete all PMGSY 1 and PMGSY 2 works of new connectivity with by 31st March 2022 with additional efforts from state government departments and contractors. In addition, out of 2,760 kilometers of road work sanctioned under PMGSY 3, 1,453 kilometers have been completed with the balance in progress. I am also happy to inform that two-lane flyover constructed at the cost of 127 crores at Dispur, Guwahati was opened on 5th November 2021 in a record 22 months instead of targeted 36 months. Honorable members, my government has taken multiple initiatives to conserve and protect the unique wilderness and biodiversity of Assam. Two national parks, namely Raimona and Kokrajhar and Dinging Patkai in Tinsukia, have been notified in pursuit for conservation and protection of environment. Further, second addition to Orong National Park and Kokiajan, Behali and Gabhanga wildfire sanctuaries are in the pipeline. For conservation of wildlife, anti-poaching camps have been augmented and ration allowance of rupees 2,000 per month has been sanctioned at par with the armed police personnel to boost the morale of the frontline staff. As a strong message against poaching and to bust the youth myth around medicinal and marginal properties of the rhino horn, 2,479 horns lying with the government were set ablaze on the World Rhino Day, that is September 21, 2021. Mention of community-led conservation and protection of our national heritage and Assam pride. Great one-horn rhino and significant reduction in poaching incidents in Man Ki Baat by Honorable Prime Minister, followed by presidential visit to Kaziranga National Park, is a big boost. To augment our conservation efforts, the eco-sensitive zone for integrated Kaziranga National Park and Tiger Reserve encompassing and wildlife sanctuaries and reserve forests in its vicinity with an area of 3,256 square kilometers is under consideration of my government, and soon it will be forwarded to Government of India for draft notification. A wildlife friendly and ecology compliant elevated corridor covering 34 kilometers is also under consideration with active support from the Government of India to facilitate barrier-free movement for animals in Kaziranga National Park. For mitigation of man-animal conflict, several steps like enhancing the amount of compensation to the victims, activation of the anti-depredation squads through provision of logistic prompt interdepartmental coordination have been given top priority besides the fast-tracking the ex gratia payment to the victim families. Brak Valley Wildlife Safari and Rescue Center with an investment of 214 crores has been approved, which will be completed in next 3 years in Kachar district. To strengthen wildlife health care and research infrastructure, an Institute of Wildlife Health Research at Dingjan in Dibrugarh is also under consideration of my government. To mitigate the climate change and land banks in revenue areas are being actively identified to enable the Forest Department take up plantation with a policy mandate to plant 10 trees for every tree cut for any development work outside the forest. In a one-of-its-kind intervention in the country to promote planting of trees outside forests, the Assam Agroforestry Department Board is being set up with the primary objective to connect farmers to markets by incentivizing and facilitating agroforestry for planting of commercially viable species in a mission mode, including bamboo, plywood, medicinal and aromatic tree balls, oil seeds, sandalwood, agarwood, and silkworm horse trees. My government has taken a major step to increase the incomes of the farmers by promoting agroforestry. Some of the trees species of Assam, such as aam, jamun, kathal, kadam, agar, sandalwood, bamboos, etc., which are grown by marginal and small farmers on their homeland, private patta lands and community lands have been totally exempted from the purview of transit rules made under Section 40 and 41 of the Assam Forest Regulation in 1891. Since these species mostly occur outside the natural forests, therefore they are exempted from any felling permissions and also now do not require any transit permit for transportation. Honorable members, State Cabinet has approved the Assam MSME Establishment Amendment Bill 2021 to provide deemed approval of clearance, licenses, etc. for setting up operation of industrial units. Hindustan Paper Corporation mills located in Nagaon and Kachar were earlier closed down due to various reasons. As a result, about 1,100 families of the workers and employees of HPC mills were affected adversely. They were facing tremendous hardships and difficulties about their livelihood due to closure of these mills. All efforts made for revival of the mills were unsuccessful. In such background, state government decided to resolve the issue in close collaboration with the association and unions of HPC. After detailed discussions, an understanding was made between Government of Assam and various associations and unions of HPC to resolve the vexed problem. Assam government agreed to provide a relief package to affected employees and workers and acquire the land and assets of both the mills and in Nagaon and Kachar. Accordingly, AIDC, as authorized by the government, has successfully participated in the bids process which has been initiated by the liquidator appointed by the NCLT. It is expected that about 700 crores would be required for acquiring the land and providing relief as committed by the government. Aiming to facilitating the industrial growth, Assam became the second state in India to have approved the ethanol policy 2021 to incentivize producers of ethanol for purpose of blending with the hydrocarbon fuels. State government's equity share in Numligarh Refinery Limited increased from 12.35% to 26%, involving an investment of 2,187 crores. Approval has been given for setting up of an investment holding company under Financial Department for ensuring efficient and professional governance, transparency in operations, promote industrial climate, and attract further investment in the state. The main objection of the company is to hold and manage a portfolio of investments in oil, gas, fertilizer, etc. companies so that resources can be mobilized more efficiently. Honorable members, to achieve the objective of providing housing to all, under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin, 4,57,851 houses have been completed out of total of 7,68,013 houses sanctioned. We will also be taking up another 7 lakh houses in the next few months. To construct houses for landless PMAYG beneficiaries, an innovative idea of cluster houses approach has been adopted in the state. Benefits of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, housing for all urban, was extended to persons who are occupiers of the government lands for the last over 10 years, provided the persons in occupation of the government land are eligible for settlement and land is found fit for settlement. Honorable members, my government signed many agreements with the key institutions. Some important examples are, in order to ensure rapid development in various sectors, the Government of Assam has signed tripartite agreement with the National Dairy Development Board and West Assam Milk Producers Cooperative Union Limited on 6th August 21 with a view to bring a white revolution in the state. MOU has been signed with the NABARD for raising loans under Rural Infrastructure Assistance Scheme and NABARD Infrastructure Development Assistance up to rupees 13,200 crores to undertake various capital-intensive projects in rural and semi-rural areas in the social sector, rural connectivity, agriculture, and related activities. In order to prioritize skilling youth and generating jobs, Aadhaar-based online registration of applicants has been initiated in all employment exchanges of Assam. MOU has been signed with the L&T Limited to establish construction skill training center at ITI Guwahati for the youth of aspirational districts of Assam. In order to ensure a better harvest, large plot of government land at Garukhuti under Sipajhar Revenue Circle in Darang district has been made free from encroachers. A committee has been constituted and farming activities have started involving the local community. 108 Gir cows have been brought from Gujarat for Garukhuti project in Sipajhar for boosting dairy production. In order to recognize the exceptional services, performances of the higher order in any field of human endeavor, Government of Assam instituted and conferred awards. Assam Vaibhav, Assam Saurav, and Assam Gaurav. 19 persons were conferred with these highest civilian awards in a ceremonial function held on 24th January 2022. Honorable members, my government has been inspired and motivated by the mission of our beloved Prime Minister to turn Northeast into a new engine of growth. Accordingly, we have been trying to live up to your expectation in the past few months. Our government has initiated a number of measures aimed at unleashing the state's full potential. Honorable members, I have outlined the policies and programs and achievements of my government. My government is committed to fulfill all the promises made to people of Assam. The glimpses of the policies and the programs outlines mentioned earlier gives an idea of the direction my government proposes to take in the next 4 years. I request the August House to support and work together for all-round development of the state and benefit of all sections of the people of Assam. Jai Assam, Jai Hind.
ধন্যবাদ মাননীয় ৰাজ্যপালৰ ভাষণৰ প্ৰতিলিপি সদনৰ মেজত ৰখা হৈছে now house adjourned for 45 minutes
Thank you.